Well, I'm here at the at part of the Underground Railroad here in Maryland. Think you can see the placard here. For my fourth day of running, to get my life in order, my body in shape, my mind together, I decided to come over to here, where the Underground Railroad worked its way up north from down south. Right here is in the south, by the way. We're in Maryland, but this is part of the Underground Railroad making itself up to the New England states and out to Canada as well. So I'm here. Still looks about the same. They got a lot of stuff here that can actually show you the Underground Railroad area. I'm going to do that as I do my walk. Hopefully it doesn't rain too much that I can't get my walk on. But started a little bit later than what I expected. I'm just going to walk around here, and it's part of my walk to get back in shape. And actually, taking a look at the Underground Railroad is good history, by the way. So exercising is the key. It's warmer than it was, but it's still wet. It's a little cold, little wet, little cold. And let's take a look at some of the condition of some of these buildings. Well, this is classic stuff. If you take a look, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to actually get as close as this, but I'm going to do it. These are some of the buildings. You can see them right in the back here. Some of the buildings of the Underground Railroad. In fact, let me go over here to one of the buildings of the Underground Railroad. Take a look at it. As you can see, pretty interesting history here. Here's another one of the buildings of the Underground Railroad. They got it locked up here. You can't really get inside of it, but I think you can see some of the artifacts that are there if you can look in. But this is part of the Underground Railroad. I wish it was open so we could get a look inside. But this is a house, believe it or not, in the Underground Railroad. And they also have a statue here. And what is that statue of? Let me see. It was installed in 88? The Inner Light, artist by Maria. Well, it's one of the, I guess, the only religion, one of the only religions that actually didn't vote for slavery, didn't endorse slavery. And I think you know who that was. If I can remember myself, huh? No, I do remember. This is the Quakers. One of the only religions. All the other religions, believe it or not, all the other faith groups actually supported slavery. You got the main entrance here. I'm not even sure if they're open today. But there's a good opportunity for me to do my walk and at the same time experience some African American history, or in fact American history. It is actually American history. Unfortunately, slavery was American history. This is someone's home now, or is it? This is part of the African American, well, the museum here. And they're closed, unfortunately. Guess it's off season. But you can take a look. Here's what I'm looking at. Pretty interesting history here. But this is part of where black folks used to come. Where black folks used to come, Africans used to come as they fought their way up to the north from the south to escape slavery. This is the Woodlawn, they say. And the Woodlawn was built by the Thomas family in the early 1800s, a property formerly known as the Woodlawn. It has national significance. In 1816, Samuel and Anna Thomas established the Friends boarding school where Francis Scott Key frequently visited his daughters, and so forth and so on. You can see that right there. It's the Woodlawn. Still exists today. They have a number of events here, so I'm gonna walk up onto some of the other parts of this, and it gives me time to actually walk and do my thing, even if it's raining. Yeah, a little bit of rain here today, but I'm getting my miles in. Let's put it that way. Got to get my miles in. Another one of these buildings here. They're trying to keep it up. They're trying to keep the history of the Underground Railroad intact. So they're doing some structural damage change, but trying to keep it unique to the history of what happened in this moment in time. So hey, how about this stick, this video stick? Hey, you can't do this with a one of those other well, one of those other cameras, one of those other cell phones. They get all water in it, and then you take it to a Sony dealership, or not a Sony, a Apple dealership, and they say, water damage, we don't cover that. That's what they do every time. Lock it, clock it, ask them. That's what they do, folks. So I'm going to continue to take my walk in and around this area here, and I want to thank you for joining me again for the 4th day of my walk to get my health together and actually compliment my daughter Alicia, as usual, for keeping me focused, for keeping it real, and for making sure that I stay steady and making sure that my health is #1. Because I got a granddaughter and a whole bunch of other folks that are expecting me to be around for a long time, including myself. So in order to do that, I got to make sure that I exercise as much as possible, as many times as I can. Just keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. So thank you. This is the 4th day of my effort to make sure that I exercise as much as possible and keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. This is a big area, so I'm gonna just keep it moving and stay on track with this exercise routine. I want to thank you very much for joining me for this 4th day of exercise and keeping it right with my own healthy restart for 2015. Thanks. Peace. out. Bye. You got it. Peace.